Hello, this is Dead Hamster, and today we're coming with some pretty exciting news. Searching through the files, I've found a few more beta versions of existing final levels. Specifically, we've found versions of Mario Raceway, Banshee Boardwalk, Yoshi Valley, and Rainbow Road. Now, there are some small variations to a few of these levels. Rainbow Road, as simple as it is, there are no differences. However, for the remaining levels, there are some minor variations that actually set these apart from the versions that were released in the final game. So we're going to go ahead and go over a few of these and show the differences between final and what the changes were that were made. So switching over to here, we're going to start with Banshee Boardwalk. Now, primarily the first thing to notice is that the railings are present on the entire course. So this was seen in a lot of the earlier Mario Kart R, the beta footage, that the entire course had these railings. We found this version here that has that. There are some variations that this isn't the one that we've seen in video footage. This welcome sign is actually located back here in some of those versions. So there is a slight difference here. Additionally, you have the coffin area with the bats and the fireplace. This wall here is removed in the final version of the game. So you're able to see this wall is blocking the exit out. Normally, this area is open, so as you drive out through here, you can proceed right on out through to the end of the course where everything loops back together. So very interesting to find something like this. That wall specifically is a big difference, and for speedrunning and time trials, the inability to cut these corners is also a very big difference compared to the final version that we ended up getting. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how this area specifically, this tight turn, will affect gameplay and what kind of changes will be made as you're driving through there. Additionally, as I mentioned, there was build of Yoshis Valley. Again, these levels are almost final, so there's very small variations, very small differences that set them apart. Here specifically, at the entrance in the final game, we have a couple flags with Yoshi's face on them. Instead here, we have this sign will say welcome across the face of it, and then we have on the opposite end a sign that says exit as you leave. There's another bit that shows, I believe in an instruction manual with a high resolution image, that the exit sign would have been located here as well. Again, slight variations and differences. The other big thing to notice about this, we of course have the Yoshi egg, but if you look very closely, you can see that there's a raised platform here. So there's, just a moment. Let me back out of here. There we are. So you can see this area here is raised up and is higher up than the surrounding geometry. In final, this whole platform would be flat and this egg would be rotating back and forth. Now it's uncertain, we don't have any definite answers as to what the egg would have been doing, if it would have been stationary or if it would have moved. The fact that it's in here with course geometry suggests that it may have been stationary, but an interesting thing to note is that the parameter for how far the egg should rotate is 70 units, and the distance, the radius of this top circle here, this raised platform, is also about 70 units, a little bit larger. So it could be that the egg rotated back and forth along the top of this platform, and then when the platform was lowered, the egg then rotated in that same space down below. Again, a lot of uncertainties here. There's a lot of speculation. The only thing we know for certain is that there were the entrance and exit signs and this raised platform that would need to be driven around in order to exit the tunnel there. Nothing else different as far as the the pathing. We had seen some early mini maps that actually showed very different routes in Yoshi Valley. The hairpin was originally connected. This was another route that was connected. Again, so there was a lot of changes made to this level. I was really excited and hoping that we were going to get that version with the different routes, but unfortunately this one, again, much closer to final, and not a lot of serious changes that would really have too much of an impact outside of that platform. Now, those two are the levels with the majority of differences. If we look at Mario Raceway is nearly entirely final to the Japanese version. It does use the different billboards compared to the US one. The only difference is in this hillside. The verts in the final version are slightly raised. So I don't know, I don't have it loaded up at the moment, but again, it's just a slight variation, the difference between this and the final version, where a couple of these verts here on this part of the hillside are raised up, probably just to make it more difficult to get out of bounds here. Perhaps they had issues with players coming around this turn and just flying off, and so they raised it up to make it more difficult. I really don't know for sure. The rest of the level, again, was completely as is here in the final version. And then the last thing that we came across, again, Rainbow Road, which was completely final. There is nothing in here that's different, as you can expect, being that the course is so simple and there's so little to it. They did not make any variations, or at least at this point the variations had been completed and the course was finalized. But this is still very exciting. This gives us 2 courses with major differences for beta versions that we can look into implementing, and it would be very interesting to see again the gameplay differences that would come from that. A few minor changes, but would have pretty significant impact, I think, on the routes and the way you have to navigate those areas near the end of the course. So will be interesting to look into it, and we'll be looking into doing that on a future stream and videos and things of that nature. Until then, as always, if you want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, we do custom levels, Mario Kart modding. I cover my own work and the work of others and the research we do into the game. So if you want to be kept up to date with Mario Kart 64 modding, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. I will greatly appreciate it. Additionally, if you want to check out the Discord server where we do this research and post the results and talk about the custom levels and work we're doing, the link will be down in the description. You can go ahead and join our Discord server. We'd love to have you. As always, I appreciate you guys and the support you have and just the interest in these projects and this work. It's really great knowing that there's other people that enjoy these things and it's not just me. So again, thank you guys so much for that. I cannot thank you enough. Until next time, you guys take care, and we'll be back again.